it's your boys and I am Jay. We shut it down, man. A comic book look invading your town. Keep it comics, and let the beer flow. Be so global, since our premiere show. Riverdale Studios on fire, we don't know where to park. Technology and booze, it's like we're rolling out like Tony Stark. Skyler, Tom, and John, we the bestest. Swag so villainous, so please arrest us.
Hey everyone, welcome to a Comic Book Look, your weekly comic book show. We talk about anything in the comic book industry. You want it, you got it. My name's John, aka the Comic Cowboy, Comic Calamity Jane.
Get it up!
We got Tom Devine over here, so classy, so sassy with his hat on. Moist Isley in the building. I'm representing right there.
No drugs allowed.
Skyler's hanging out in the middle here. You guys...
AKA Pit Sweat.
Oh, what?
It's summertime, baby!
It is. Keeping it
It's
pretty.
just so damn humid here.
It is. It really is.
That's how we roll in the summertime, man. It's beautiful out. I love it. I love feeling it.
Oh, I hate the humidity. You get out of the shower and you're wetter than when you were in the shower immediately.
Yeah.
It's like 70%.
I think that you just
most people have air conditioning.
What is this conditioning of air of which you speak?
A Comic Book Look Studios number 3 is yet to get the air condition upgrade, but
Yeah, well, it's
small.
It's an old silo. It's so far underground. Only in the heat of summer it really gets baking.
Kind of like
you
an
know,
umbrella.
but it kind of gets an oven effect because it's insulated. So underneath it gets real toasty.
for sure.
Yeah,
I understand.
you cook
you guys,
a pizza, set it on the table.
We're here to talk about comics, right? Didn't John
Right?
just say this is our weekly
We are.
TV show on comic books?
Well, yeah. But we're
I
just
guess.
catching them up with little one-liners like Twitter, right?
Yeah, that's
it's like a in-person Twitter.
140.
Yeah, 140 characters per person. I think I broke that limit already, but yeah.
You broke it up into a few tweets. Anyway, guys, so John, what's the show going to be on about or tonight?
Seriously, man,
you know
seriously.
what I'm talking about.
It's funny because they don't see us, like when we actually film these things, right? So we haven't actually all seen each other in quite a while, but we're going to be talking about books. Let's get back into the pages.
Books.
That kind of
Loving
thing.
it.
Did a little bit of research, so I'll get into that. But just some cool stuff going on, some not so cool stuff going on. But we call it like we see it here, and that's why you come to us, because we don't. There's no frills. There's no frills. There's a lot of frills, but no frills.
Thrill heavy, frill never.
No.
Anyway.
No
yes,
doilies
guys,
on
comic
this
books, and
table.
we're back. But before we get to that, like John said, we haven't been together in a while. Me and Skyler's been together, and everybody's kind of we're talking, but it's hard to get together.
Yeah.
But we are together now, and it's been a month. I went to Colorado, and went to that Mile High
You
Comics.
got some Hoppy Boy?
And I got John his favorite shiny covers, as many as I can find.
Catnip.
So here you go, John. This is your present that I got for you. Take a look.
The season. Apparently.
Holy.
This Robin one.
Boulder, Colorado is across the timeline, so it was Christmas there.
I don't know what this is about, but it's a collector's edition. It looks like it has some sort of crazy cover here, and I was hoping that second reversible cover, special moving cover. It's still bagged, and I know John likes polybags. I really want him to open this and to have us check this out.
You're gonna ruin the resale quality.
That's my concern right there.
You might have to.
I gotta be honest with you. I disagree with you. Let's take it to a poll. Should I open it? 2 out of 3 wins the vote.
Let's see.
I say no. You say yes, Skyler.
Raise your hand.
I say I'm gonna put my vote to the viewers.
Ooh.
Let's get a poll in the comments section. Vote yay or nay. Only yays or nays. No yeses or nos. We don't understand that crap. Yays or nays will count. Yay is to open. Nay is to leave it in the treasured polybag.
There we
How
go.
to use the special technology cover.
I mean, technology.
Holy
okay.
shit.
This is.
You know what we're doing?
I don't know about that.
But it's like the
I'm
classic
gonna be in the
line.
comment section with just some yays now. I regret doing that. We
Technology
should see
and
this
booze.
shit.
It's like we're rolling out like Tony Stark. Quoted from the masterful John.
Ones.
Yeah, dude.
Shiftaroo.
This is like earth-shattering.
You almost have to open it now.
Nope, we're put it to the vote.
We have to put it to the vote.
And
We'll put it to
this
the
will
vote.
be that's a later episode. It'll
There
be
are-
a fun.
yes.
It'll be a fun carryover now.
Moving,
Dude, that's
reversible,
awesome.
I'm sure people saw this. 'Cause
technological
It
cover.
came out in
From
1992.
who are the artists here? Covers. It's a special moving, second reversible cover by Mike Zeck and Tom Lyle.
Holy smokes! You just
And
I just
this is
laughed
the
in my
fir-
pants.
this
And
is-
an exclusive poster within. These are the things. This is what's behind door number one. Do we want to open door number one? That's what we
Right.
want
We'll
to know.
see. I have a feeling that we are going to be opening that.
Dude, this
but
is the Ferrari.
there may be some hard collectibles in
This
there.
is serious.
That's.
Serious.
So I got that
I think
for
we
you.
need to
Dude,
go
I
back and get
totally-
another one because we need to keep one in the cover.
Colorado, yeah.
John, let's
God.
do it.
Let's
What
do
are you
it.
doing tomorrow?
Go- driving to
Let's go
Denver.
get it.
Let's go to Denver.
Alright, up next here we got Valiant. This is Ninjak number 1 from Valiant Comics. Now, that's a cool cover, and I love these when they do it front to the back, from wall to wall. That's my kind of
Wall to
party.
wall.
So that's how we do
Sparkle.
it here at Comic. Fabulous, glitter everywhere. You know how I like it. Hell yeah. So that's going to be cool.
Ninjak. I've never really heard of him, but he seemed sweet.
No, and that is. I've seen all these covers. Just as a little
That's
disclaimer
fun.
here, but that is my favorite one. None of them touch
The
that.
stained glass
That's-
going crazy.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah. Up next here, this is actually awesome timing. We got the Warlock Chronicles number 1, and you got that glitter background. I mean, this is the stuff that you see on.
I feel like I just had a
Awesome.
concussion.
Well, and it's exciting because I'm in the process right now. I'm going to start reading the Infinity Gauntlet. Also, so I got the trades. I got the trades from
Yeah.
Rainbow. So I'm trying to get familiar before this new event kicks off. So this is perfect because then I'll have more of an introduction to this character. So
Yes.
For sure.
Definitely
Warlock,
appreciate
hooking it up.
Cyberforce
And then-
is. Oh, what's
I'm
up?
sorry to interrupt, but in today's comics, as much background information as you can possibly scratch up is really going to help because they call
Exactly.
back so much. And it's not like the old comics where it says see, because you can see which comic book you have to go into the store and buy again, obviously, but
Yeah,
then you actually know where it came from at least. But
yeah.
And that's all about the continuity. I mean,
Yeah.
you want to know exactly what's going on and where's going on. All of this is going to be translating into the movies, especially when John's reading Infinity Gauntlet. We're definitely going to be seeing a lot of that tied in with it. We already have with Loki has one of the Infinity Gems on his Loki Pokey stick,
Yeah.
and
Loki Pokey.
that's what Kev Smith calls it on his podcast. It's hilarious, but
Smod.
so I stole it. I totally stole it from Smod. But the Loki Pokey stick has the Infinity Gem, one of them, and so the Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos was the after thing. It's going to play into it, so it is perfect timing. And
Yeah.
Warlock's a big part of the
The cosmic part
cosmic
of the Marvel
world.
youth.
Yeah.
And
Which
John
I'm
is
totally
the
trying
master
to-
of continuity.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm trying to learn more about it. Me and Kirk are going to hash it out sometime.
Nice.
Keep it cosmic is what we're calling that.
Look for that Kirk episode coming soon.
Cyberforce number 25. Now, this is a team that's interesting because the only thing I've really read with them is this crossover with X-Men, I want to say, or Generation X or something like that. So that's cool. I've seen the name, and I know that they've kind of done a few relaunches over the
Yeah.
years, kind of thing. So it's that's definitely.
I
interesting.
literally know
And I like
nothing
this
about
one. This
it.
is this
But
is
it
actually very
looked,
sharp.
it
I
looked
like
right
the-
up your
just the
alley
detail.
because it had a little sparkle in it.
Yeah, well, hey. So I will definitely let you know how that treats me. I like this
Actually,
one.
I have to kind of disagree with you on that one. The detail and everything on it, there's lots of lines and everything, but I feel like they kind of copped out because they printed right over the foil on most of it.
True.
Instead of actually building the color.
Yeah, this is the
into
only real guy who looks
the
cool.
reflective material. Yeah.
I think that's Bad Rock or something.
So then you kind of get highlights here and there, but it kind of distracts from the overall art
I'd agree.
on the cover.
It's still kind of sharp though. I don't
think
know. I
it's-
like the shiny eyes.
I think it's
and stuff.
bomb.
I think on her face it looks really cool. Just that
Yeah.
one stripe. Yeah.
Diva stealing the show. Wildcats. This is gonna be issue number 2, you guys. And this one's cool because I don't think I've ever really seen like the bubble background, like the circles before. I'm used to the sparkles and the,
Oh, yeah.
you know, just the plane and stuff like that. So that's pretty sweet. This is Image, so obviously I'm in for a treat. I've never read Wildcats. I don't think, maybe like a crossover or something.
Yeah.
But
But
so
yeah,
this is cool.
It's just
and
Image
it's-
really. It's all Jim Lee. So like the guy who's running DC right now, and then the guy who did all the X-Men stuff in the '90s and
yeah.
'80s. You know, I mean, he's the guy who was did X-Men #1 and stuff like that when it relaunched. I mean, we all have the issue.
Looks like it's going to be pretty mean, though, actually.
And so I have the first trade, and it is pretty good.
Awesome.
But yeah.
So I will definitely let you know how that treats me for sure. Trinity, and this is a DC book. So
I've never heard
do you
of
have?
this.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
I figured it had to work with, if it's Trinity, you assume Trinity for superheroes is Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman, but it looks like this has nothing to do with that. So
Yeah.
I have no idea.
In fact, I
Green
only know the
Lantern.
Green Lantern and 2 people I've never.
Yeah,
Some
it just
guy
looked
with
like it was a
Fistful of
foil
Fire,
cover, so I bought it for
Green
John.
Deal.
And then you got some guys in the back with the grim horns.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
that's
They look like crazy
interesting.
new guys.
It kind
But
of
isn't
looks
that-
like it's a Trinity versus a Trinity. Maybe those are the bad guys.
Potentially,
or something.
yeah. Isn't there like a Trinity War or something too?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, and here's we got up at the top. Green
Oh,
Lantern,
whoops.
the Dark Stars,
And
and Legion.
That's the Trinity.
That's the Trinity.
Some sort of cosmic
They
craziness.
can't. If they can't work together, the universe's number is up.
Hey, Gene Ha did the cover.
What?
Yeah.
I should totally have him
Nice.
sign that.
Yes, you will. Next time
So
we see him at
Yeah.
SpringCon.
He'll be like, what?
Weren't you the guy that asked me to sign 16 different things the last time I was here and take a picture?
I forgot about
Yeah.
this one.
I forgot this one.
No, I was the guy that saw you in the elevator. No, you weren't with us in the elevator.
No.
Were you? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, a little chat with Angel.
Yep,
Medina
Angel
and Gene
Medina,
Ha.
which was
Yeah.
sweet.
He was so awesome.
Oh, yeah, it was cool.
We should have really asked where they were going out to drink after.
Yeah, obviously they
had
were
it out.
going. And
And
when we talked to them, they were like,
They were
hey,
the
they
only
like
people to
stopped.
get
They're
a
like,
cab.
oh,
We
hey,
couldn't
cool.
get a cab to the fucking.
We called 2
Hotel.
cabs and stood outside of that hotel for a fucking hour and a half.
Yeah.
Couldn't get
The
one
night
to take us
before,
out
when
to
Sarah and
drink.
I ate at that hotel, which wasn't a good restaurant, but they were all there.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the night before the con, it was crazy. So, anyways, you guys remember
Vote.
vote.
Yay
Get
or
out
nay?
there and vote. This is way more important than
Vote
2 old guys
or
bitching at each
die.
other. This is real. This is real stuff.
Skyler's gonna kill you.
Yeah, seriously.
I'll come at you with a knife in my teeth and my bow in my hands.
His bow in his hands, man.
Oh,
He's got the
no.
quiver loaded.
What? Oh,
Okay. But anyway, that's just funny.
Silly.
Well, I hope you like
I
those, buddy.
totally think
Oh,
you
yeah, I
do.
got one
This is
more for
so
you, but I'm
awesome.
keeping it.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
This is a good story.
Yeah, so this one is
Oh.
Exo Manowar, number 1
Yeah.
or something, number 0. Give me your other Valiant one.
This was the best cover next to the Ninjak. Yes.
So these are the 2 Valiant covers that I found for him. And then so I'm looking through these and I'm going online. I'm like, dude, these, because I paid like 65 cents for each one or 75 cents. So I mean,
awesome.
so yeah, so
They were in
figure,
a big brown barrel just in the middle
yeah,
of the
first
store,
of all,
yeah.
it's the biggest comic shop in the
They're
world
so
where I was
cool. I
at,
need to
Mile
go
High.
there.
And I mean, it's just like the dollar bins you would get at the like cons. They have just so many of those, and they're just full, and everything's unorganized. A lot of books are the shitty ones, but
Yeah.
I mean, I pulled a bunch of good ones. Check our last episode out when it was just me and Sky, and I kind of went over them.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one, I went and I was like, I'm gonna look up and see what these prices are, and how I look up is I go to mycomicshop.com because I don't.
check the range.
Yeah, because I don't actually go to Price Guide because that's always going to be more. I want to know for how much I could actually buy one right now because
Right,
I figure
realistically.
you could sell it
What are
for
people
whatever.
selling it for?
And then
Yeah.
so this one was like $1.60 or $3 or something like that.
Okay.
But then it had a special one that was worth like $20 or something like that.
Not anymore.
Oh yeah.
But
But anyway, I just think it's cool
Yeah.
because it said they had a misprinting and the logo was supposed to be white and for a small number the logo got printed as yellow.
Oh, interesting.
And then so like if you look at the difference between these two, this one's
I'm
white.
actually gonna say eggshell
yeah,
or,
not yellow
or off white.
It's supposed to be like off-white. It's supposed to be like
More-
an off-white.
I like
yeah.
creme brulee.
And so you see
Oh,
the
sure, yes. Yeah.
you see the white, you see the off-white.
Like
and I
a
was
white
like,
New England clam chowder.
I got the rare one.
Yeah. New England
For clam chowder,
Shout out
baby.
to
For
clam
65
chowder,
cents,
baby.
a $20. So,
Yeah.
being the king of keeping your books and building your library and or giving books away to friends and lending them out, which you've done
You're
for me at
awesome.
least
Yeah.
once. Well, probably only
Oh,
once.
I was gonna say because have you
I
finished?
still
the one?
haven't returned the book yet.
2 years.
I'm gonna have
later.
some serious late fees
A
in
lot-
the
hey,
Library of Tom.
A lot of people, it takes them 2 years to read 3 graphic novels. I mean, it's okay, dude.
I just it kind of comes in waves, you know. It's like an addiction. You kind of get sunk into
Kevin
it for a
Cummins
little
even
while.
said on Twitter, he's like,
And
I
bring it
love
back.
how just like Skyler's not afraid to just admit that he doesn't really read comics.
Well, I read.
Skylar
Does
knows
the
his
Sunday
shit,
paper
though.
count?
Skylar
I don't
knows
know.
his shit.
No, we make you read comics.
Which, by the
you know?
way-
Well, sometimes.
Speaking of Sunday comics, we still need to reach out to that creator of Hagar. The Viking
Oh yeah,
comic.
Chris Brown, he's in
right
town. Lives in town.
Why not?
Yeah, we should totally. I mean, I met him at Zambros for a signing. It was sweet.
Cool. Zambros, what a cool story.
I know exactly. Cool.
If you're in Sioux Falls, check out Zambros.
Shout out to
downtown. Phillips
Zambros.
Zambros
Keep it local,
Avenue.
605. Make Sioux Falls your local.
Exactly.
Oh.
So we are going
What
to
a-
talk about comic books. I'm not kidding,
Promise.
guys.
Promise.
But we were. But
It was just a small sidebar. It wasn't that big.
exactly. So
And back to it, I'm more of just a punch-up artist.
you know the thing about it was Captain America. I mean
Just gotta
Sergeant
be fast.
America
Yeah, I know.
asked. He goes, "You guys used to do those little segments, and you guys don't do them anymore. You know, so what's the deal with that? And you know, so we do need to start doing that." He had some
Yeah.
other suggestions, but right now I'm just going to bust out a segment, surprise these guys. Check it out.
IMJ Nation, IMJ Nation, IMJ Nation, IMJ
Hey guys, look at me! I'm back with this fucking segment. You know, Captain America, Sergeant America, Mike. Let's get real here. You better like it. Okay. Anyway. I want to go talk to you guys about this book that started as just one of the shittiest books that did not make any sense ever. Prophet. Done by one of the shittiest, most infamous, or, you know, notoriously shitty artists, Liefeld. He invented Prophet. And he actually has a knack for almost creating all these characters that everybody's always going to love. And that was like for the X-Men. He created some different ones that people still are around. Cable, Bishop. You know, anybody that was prominent in the late 80s, early 90s. Well, anyway, they broke off, and Image did Prophet, a book from Liefeld, done with some of the, you know, just standard terrible art. They do a lot of splash pages that go like sideways and shit. So let me find one of those for you quick. And it just started off as this book about this guy who's just ultra strong, John Prophet, and you know he loves to turn it sideways and do whole poster length, you know, really terrible art. Anatomically makes no sense. So from this book that people liked, you know, it was junk, and it's been gone forever. Liefeld keeps on trying to do different things, but as a lot of people know, Brandon Graham, who is like the best comics writer with an X writer around, he does King City and multiple Warheads, and so cool. He's like my favorite right now. He's by far my favorite creator right now. And he got to take over the book with this one. And I got the shitty Liefeld cover because I was a day late getting the fucking book. But there was a cooler cover, but I got the shitty one that they restarted at 21. Because it went 20 issues on this old shittiness. So you think this series that was so shitty is going to tie into this somehow. But instead, we get the most hard sci-fi out there book that we've seen forever. It's the trade paperback has been at the top of the sales chart. It's about John Prophet in all these different ways. He has different clones. There's Old Man Prophet. You get Die Hard, other Image characters taken into a whole new light in galaxies we've never seen. So many hard sci-fi space ideas that it just has blown me away. And so from this shit book that nobody fucking likes at all, you know, I guess back in the day people liked it, retards. And you get something that is handed to a master, Brandon Graham, and then you get this long run done with so many cool covers that are just so out there. This is John Prophet now, and it's just so beautiful. I shouldn't just give it to Brandon Graham because he does work with somebody else. I'm going to say this wrong. Milano Giannis. I know that's fucking wrong. This is how you spell it right here. But anyway, they're working together. It's a super great collaboration, and everything about this book is amazing. If you have a chance, please just go back and pick them all up. Or if you have a chance, you know, get the trade paperbacks. But simple as all. If you're a sci-fi person and you're missing this, and I don't mean like sci-fi, like really Star Wars sci-fi. I mean like if you're a fan of Alien, the first one, or if you're a fan of, you know, like really crazy, I would say like even Fifth Element, if you're a fan of that. If you're a fan of old Manara books from the 80s and stuff. It's very drawn off of just so many influences that we do not see that it just blows you away. And this is definitely the next guy who's just going to be the biggest name in comics, Brandon Graham. But anyway, that's my segment.
IMJ Nation, IMJ Nation, IMJ Nation, IMJ Nation.
Thanks for watching my segment, guys. Now back to the comic books.
Back to the couch.
Comic books. Comic books. Anyway. What? I didn't do anything. Anyway. So guys, comic books. Who's going first?
You know, I had a book to review. We also had a very special guest this evening. That I wanted to introduce as well. But wait, did you hear that?
What did I hear?
Sounds like one. I need another beer, but I think there's a solution for that to help me out. So I'm gonna bring my good friend to the stage.
What?
Somewhere there is a world being devoured.
There's a world being devoured.
My spider sense is tingling.
No. I'm finishing this. Open me one up too.
You guys, we sometimes we just don't hear a lot of the, anti-comic book sentiments out there because we're too busy
We're gonna need the
cracking.
trifecta.
We're too busy cracking open drinks with our Galactus bottle
Where?
opener.
What? When? Who? And where?
Rainbow, and
This
I
was
saw
at
it.
Rainbow?
Yeah, right by the
This
Silver
is a
Surfer.
polished metal
Isn't that beautiful?
bottle opener. Not only just a really nice, very detailed,
Yeah.
actually,
Awesome.
Dude, this is one sick
bottle
ass
opener. But on the back we got
Galactus beer
some
opener.
powerful
Did you see
magnets,
the
and this
packaging
thing
on the back,
has
dude?
some weight. This is solidly built.
Galactus
We got some
thirsts.
magnets. You stick it on your fridge. High-powered magnets, see, you can tell.
I'm gonna have to read this really quick. Okay, Galactus, metal bottle opener. Galactus thirsts. The devourer of worlds is now an opener of
Oh, it
beverages.
catches it.
With this bottle opener in the shape of the Fantastic Four foe's head, featuring sculpted detail and a polished finish, this 4-inch metal opener also has magnets on the back so you can hang it on your refrigerator.
And it catches beer bags.
And that's super cool. John, open me up a beer with that, man.
Yeah, dude, totally. Which one do you want?
You pick it. Galactus picked it. Whatever he's feeling more.
Galactus is feeling hot juice right now.
Galactus has decided to.
But you guys
open
look
a
at
world
that.
in
It
a
catches
bottle.
the lid.
It catches the lid.
He's like, I'll clean up after my mess.
And he.
So
like,
I think
he's
he cleans
devouring
up
anything.
world debris.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
Very
probably some
considerate. What a good guy. Great.
planetary elements there. Can I? I'm gonna have to get a Twisted Pine Hoppy Boy from Boulder, Colorado.
So
Man, this is hopalicious.
let's talk Galactus.
Yeah,
You
we got
guys-
Galactus on the brain.
We got Galactus on the brain, you guys. The Hunger, issue number 1. So I got a few complaints about the cover. First of all,
Complaining right
Yeah.
away.
complaining. Galactus is looking foxy as hell. I mean, this is like him running on that Baywatch beach, right? So it's a sweet cover, but then you throw this.
Galactus Hoth.
But look, yeah, right, exactly.
Galactus.
But you throw the shitty Age of Ultron banner on there, and it makes me not want to read it right off the bat. Stupid.
I think it's safe to say that here at a comic book look headquarters, we are against banners of any fucking sort.
It just takes up the cover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Look
it
at
makes
this
it,
artist. How much time did he spend to make this awesome,
and it's
sexy
awesome.
Galactus?
And it's
Right?
totally awesome, you guys. I mean, I am a huge Galactus fan, and I told them if there's any variants, pull them aside. They're mine. You know.
Nice.
But there, there weren't no problems.
And I
That
love-
we got anyways. But
I love on this the thing that pisses me off the most. This author, outside of the little Marvel logo up in the corner, really went out of his way to not use red for the eyes. It's some really darker,
yeah, played with the
a
colors.
little more opaque colors, and you got some purples, dark blues, but there's never a bright anything. And then down at the bottom, the only thing you see is the bright fucking red.
Yeah.
it's a goddamn shame.
It's an eyesore.
But let's get past that, and I want to get into
Especially on this
the meat and potatoes of the book. The
Right,
inside is
right.
what's really worth
So
it to us.
this really basically it centers around Rick Jones, which evidently in the Ultimate You, right, Banner's friend or whatever, I think, is the new. I'm going to keep the universe in check person in the Ultimate You. First of all, who gives a fuck about the Ultimate You? So why am I reading about this, right? Oh, there's a Korean Scrawl War. I don't give a shit because it's in the Ultimate You, right?
Scrolls?
There's some sweet pages. I mean, I did like that. This is the all the
show the
different
people,
versions.
That's cool.
That's a good look right there. It's a spread of Rick Jones and all his alternate identities. He is, I think, a Hulk in our normal you, or something of the sort. I don't know. I don't know the character.
I'm out of the loop, dude.
Does
to be
this
honest
purple
with you.
fetish follow through the entire book?
It does.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
if I did a
just
comic,
a
that's what I
whole
would
lot
do.
of
And Galactus though means purple. I mean, there's always purple around Galactus.
There's always
Pink and
purple.
purple.
But this
there's
one right
a
here that I'm
shitload
showing
in
here
purple
is
in this book. It is
Galactus
just
ripping
pink
into
and
the
purple.
galaxy, and I thought that was a really cool portrayal of him just like, shit,
yeah, just-
Galactus is here. You know, oh.
It's like
So-
in,
and
the
he's
mo-
like,
in
I'm
some of the
hungry.
sci-fi movies, you see like the
What?
overgrown alien baby just.
I'd like you to make that sound
ripping
again.
his stomach apart.
Rawr. But like 30 octaves deeper because obviously I'm not 40 feet tall. Right. He probably has balls the size of a moon, so yeah. But anyways, this is weird though because there's this fleet of ships that merge with the
Fleet of
Ultimate You.
purple.
So I don't understand.
But
when-
this is the book. This is the book that is taking killing the Marvel Ultimate You.
Right.
It's going to be done after this thing.
Right.
It's almost like you need to read this anyway because of
Right.
the hate that a comic book look has for Marvel
Hold on.
the universe.
Hold on.
What?
Turn it around. Galactus hungers. Galactus thirsts.
So we're really addressing both issues here to comic book look. We're really big on just resolving the problem and getting down to it.
Yeah,
Right?
just drink a lot of beers and eat a lot of worlds.
And
That's
like the cover
what life
coming up
is really
next
about.
looks
Ooh,
solid,
that looks sweet.
but they're gonna
Holy
throw that
shit.
shitty fucking banner on there. So
and ruin it.
I have been so excited about this because one, I love Galactus anything, and I hope that it's a good read. This one, I was just kind of like left wondering. Why did I buy this? Except that Galactus is on the cover.
But
Because
is
there's
it
a
kind of
lot of
opening to a story you might like though?
It's an opening, but it's
Yeah.
a $4 opening.
Yeah.
And that's
Totally.
a beer.
That is true.
That's true.
I mean, that's actually like $1 away from a 6-pack of Pounders PBR.
There you go.
Or if you're at the bar, that's one beer.
Right.
In South Dakota, that's how we roll. No New York $15 beers here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Galactus.
Or you
bottle
could be
openers, though.
halfway to a really nice 4-pack of hop
Fucking
juice.
baller,
Yeah,
that
dude, I can't. You just blew my mind with that thing.
I just
This-
saw. Oh my god.
In the future, this will be on
This
John's
will be-
fridge
Yeah.
in the background, right next to his Silver Surfer.
I'm probably gonna get the Silver Surfer one too. I saw that one. I was like, that's pretty awesome.
Damn, that is sweet, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a great gift for a comic book
It just
fan
looks,
too. So like,
it looks so cool.
you know,
too,
let your
yeah.
girlfriends and wives know that people are always looking for good comic book gifts, man.
Yeah.
This is
It was
perfect.
right on the counter. So
Yeah, Christmas is only like
and that's kind of
3
a
or 4 months away.
it's kind of a
4
comic
months.
book look tip too. Like when you go to your comic shop, you guys, there's so much more than just the books there. Usually, depending on your store, but like you'll find the weirdest stuff just by looking in cases. Like
The most awesome
Mike and I
stuff.
did a show about his lead-based figures that he
Nice.
started collecting, which are baller, and you'll see that it's actually really interesting
I
stuff.
can't wait
so.
to see that episode.
They're
It's
from
not
the
up
UK,
as
yeah.
the time that we're taping this,
Yeah.
but by the time
Yeah.
you see this, it will
It'll
already be
already be
up.
up.
So check
It's
it out.
awesome. So
the
I mean,
magic of editing.
my advice is look around, ask questions. If they don't got it, they can order it. Do your homework. But I mean, there's some pretty cool stuff out there. So if you got a husband that's nerdy, go for it, or a wife that's nerdy, or a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever is going on. Definitely, gifts are always a good thing.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
and just a short little sidebar here while we're talking about lead-based figurines.
Yeah.
I used to be a huge Magic nerd.
What?
I was a big part
Well,
of
I wouldn't
it.
say used to. I mean, I bet if a game would start going,
I-
you'd play in a heartbeat.
If anybody wants to play in Sioux Falls, give me a call.
Hey.
Or hit me up on Facebook or whatever. Hit me up through the comment section. Yes, I love Magic. I still have awesome decks that
I like
nobody
those
can fucking beat it.
the Asian line that came out a few years ago.
But
That was cool.
You fucking
long
car
story
nerd.
short, there used to be immediately after Magic tournaments where we we'd be hanging around playing a couple extra games. It's
They
like,
still have them at Dragon's.
yeah, they still do. And
Dragon's
there's a
Den.
trading card place in the mall.
The
that
shit
has
comic
tons
book
of
store,
them.
Sioux Falls. Don't go
But
there.
it's the best trading card store
Totally.
That's where I used to
Hey,
play.
if you want
What's the
cards, go to
original?
Rainbow. We rep Rainbow, okay?
Oh,
Don't fucking
shit.
rep Dragons.
You know what?
Rainbow.
I'm here to rep Sioux Falls, and I'll say Rainbow has a good selection. Dragon's Den has a
shit.
great league going
So
on there.
political.
And
Good lord.
the old owner, although he's kind of a hard ass, he was a pretty cool guy.
Exactly.
But
Rainbow, awesome. They're gonna use lube. Fucking
Well,
Dragon's
that's my
Den,
point.
they're gonna fucking blue ball you.
Tom's derailing the show today. That's a new one. That is fresh. All right.
That is.
So
Yeah.
after
Hey, can we have a cheers to
after
being
one
fresh?
of these fresh. After one of these Magic tournaments,
Oh shit.
in
Oh,
comes
shit.
a Warhammer 2000 tournament.
Oh yeah, John Hodgkin.
What just
Go drink
happened?
it. Put your finger
Hit
in
too
it and
hard,
drink
yep.
it.
You tapped her a little too hard. Just a nice little tap.
Those dank beers, they'll do it. Yep.
If you
I tend to
here's
have this effect on others.
here's a comic
men.
book look exclusive. If you really want to get one of your buddies real good, when they're holding the bottle at a party, you're all walking around drinking some beers. Give them a tap right on top,
Yeah.
just like that. Just like that. That's all it takes. The whole beer is pour out due to carbonation.
There you go, buddy.
Thanks, dude. Yeah.
But back to my original situation.
Sorry about that, you guys.
There's a Warhammer.
Dude,
Wardrobe-
Riverdale
wardrobe
Studios
malfunction.
maids will be in later tonight. They always clean up. You don't. Shit gets ridiculous after the show.
You don't even see it. It's like some Benny Hill music comes on, like 16 people come here at double speed. Yeah.
Oh,
And it's clean.
oh.
But after one of these Magic tournaments,
Dude, I've never.
way back, we've gone way back. This is like 5 minutes back in the video at this point. There's, I think it's called Warhammer. You
yeah.
play it like it's like Dungeons and Dragons style game
Yeah,
still.
totally. It is Warhammer.
In the little, in your little
Sweet as fuck.
plane. There's a built-up, for people who don't know, there's a little built-up plane. It's like a big card table, basically, where there's like some terrain and stuff where you set up your warriors. It's like playing with your army guys in a sandbox, basically, except for there's actual rules and situations going on. Well, one guy comes in, and you have to have your figures painted for them to be legal playing pieces in this game. Well, he comes in and he's got all of his GIs, his infantry, are painted like Captain America. They got like red and white stripes with blue pants, you know, and just every one of them is like some comic book base because
Nice.
there's no regulation on how you must paint them. Some
So
guys
they
just
have
stick
to
them
be
in
painted.
blue, like every
Yeah.
guy's blue. Here you go, they're painted, but they have to be painted.
But that guy's sitting with a magnifying glass just.
Yep, and he is very serious, and he loads up, and you know, sometimes you sit and watch him because it's like being Seven again. You know,
Yeah, dude, it's
you're
Ultra
building
Nerd.
your caves and you're setting up your army guys and stuff.
Do you guys know any Ultra Nerds out there?
Exactly.
If you do,
It's-
I want to hear about them because these stories.
Yes, your
like,
favorite
I feel
Ultra
like
Nerds.
I am such a geek but like to me that's just fucking outlandish.
and you know what? I actually,
Well,
I'm
you're
gonna
getting attacked.
I'm gonna go a
It's
step
fucking
farther and say,
fuck
what
is
is your
going
biggest
on?
Ultra Nerd moment?
Is it
We're
my
gonna have a
beer?
lot of
Go
comments on
away,
this one
alcoholic
because-
shit.
Oh,
Tom,
I had.
Tom, the fly in the studio is like more alcoholic than I am.
It's
like
Once
beer.
Upon a Time in the West.
Yeah,
If
Ultra
you've
Nerd.
seen Once Upon a Time in the
What?
West, the fly scene. Yeah, there it is.
Where is it?
Stop talking.
Your favorite Ultra Nerd story. Let's
Yeah,
hear about
there we
it.
go. Back
The
to
fuck?
Long story short, back to the books. Let's hear about some comics, Tom. Stop derailing us.
I spilled beer and flies.
That was going to be a quick story.
No,
You
that was
derailed us.
Oh,
It
Great
was long.
Pacific.
Let's
Did
get
the
it.
octopus come back?
It was a good story. The octopus is now his friend. Okay, simple as that.
Great
But-
Pacific.
Oh, great! I spilled beer on this. I just
What?
noticed.
Oh, shit.
Oh, great. You
Oh,
spilled-
darn it! I'm gonna have to
spilled beer
get.
on the
I'm gonna
Great
have to get
Pacific.
another issue
Oh,
of Dragon Board. It.
Oh, is that a John Crack? I hate
It sure is because I
So-
sure will not be getting one.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway,
Welcome to Battlestar.
this
Galactica.
is. I want to talk about.
There was a tear in mine, by the way. On the last page, there's a little tear. You know how I feel about
I
that.
know you don't like it, John. I'm sorry,
Don't
bro.
like it.
Okay. Anyway, back to our real news. So we got Great Pacific here. Joe Harris, Martin Morazao.
Joe, if you're
Per-
single, give me a holler.
I pronounced that wrong, obviously. Give John a holler. And anyway, so the first trade is out, guys. This book, the sales have been dipping. I checked it on the beat, but I really want this to go on. It's such a cool, unique story. Okay, so I'm just going to give I've talked about it before. I'm going to give the quick rundown again. The middle of the ocean. Everything fucking goes into the middle of the ocean. ocean currents have a certain way that all the junk ends up in a certain spot. This guy called it New Texas, made these things to put all the garbage together that you can walk on and build buildings, and he's building this new community.
Yeah.
But he keeps
quick,
on.
Quick sidebar. Great Pacific is titled so because of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch,
Thank you.
which
Is a real thing.
It's a well-known thing. It's
Yeah.
a real thing. It's a big garbage patch. People can actually get out and walk across it. It's this big deal.
No, you cannot walk across it. And the real one,
It's
you
so-
cannot.
Or,
You'll
okay,
still fall
it's-
through. It's
it
not
is-
dense enough yet.
It is really thick and
But
fishing
it's
line,
so-
all kinds of shit. It's a huge.
But
the
it's
size
so
of
big.
Texas.
Yeah, but it's so big
That's gross.
that if they were able to compact it even a little bit, you would be able to walk across it easily. But at this point, it's still just getting so
Yeah.
much bigger that you'd probably still fall through. But you could probably lay on it. You could probably get your body out long enough.
Because it's mostly plastic. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's a lot of stuff where you could actually
But
stand on.
I think the
certain
water's
points.
like toxic around it too. It's just all
Well,
garbage.
yeah, likely. And I'm gonna quick plug a podcast I really love because
Wait, what?
this was something I learned about. This is why I know this. Stuff you should know from Discovery.com. They did a whole podcast. It's only like 20-30 minutes on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. You can learn more about it anywhere. Just type in Great Pacific
That's
Garbage
cool.
Patch in the
That's cool.
search bar on your web
Totally.
browser.
And after I read the first issue of this, I went and researched the shit out of it
Yeah.
because it's so interesting.
Yeah,
But-
and disgusting, really.
Yeah, it is.
Just so
Well,
much-
it's just terrible
so
what we
much
do.
trash,
But
yeah.
and this is such a good idea to do with it. But anyway, so they take this story, but then we get all these other crazy things are happening. I just want to really point out that this is the second issue of this arc, and we take the first 1, 2, 3, 4, the first 4 pages are just some of the best comic book writing. The reason that I love comic books, like, I always talk about comic books being able to do a certain thing that no other medium can do. Okay, film can't do it, reading can't do it, regular novels, and then you get something. So what we see here is the cycle of life, basically, into even a more in-depth way, but it's done so subtly that, okay, this little group of fish is underneath the plastic, and they call
a barrel of monkey plastic.
so on them, there's a barrel of monkeys floating around, and the fish tries to go bite it. Then a fish that isn't supposed to be in the area, like one of the deep sea lanternfish, comes up to it because there's no light. That's why these fish are moving up. So there's other fish that are not supposed to be in the area. They've covered that kind of in other episodes. This is just something you're supposed to believe. And then so it goes to eat that. As soon as it's about to eat that fish, the barrel monkey fish, a pelican comes in and scoops that motherfucker up. And then, as you follow that pelican, you see it all the way to the pelican's death, because this fish is electric and fucking kills it. So you go from here, it starts off, blah blah blah. You see one panel where the thing gets fucked up. The next panel starts where they show the people of New Texas, and in the background, very subtly, if you're not paying attention, the pelican drops dead. And
this isn't a fish that's supposed to be electric, is it?
what's that? No, this fish is electric.
It is
This is
supposed
that
to be.
deep sea, high pressured.
It is the angler
Yep,
fish that
exactly.
gets picked up. The angler fish of Finding Nemo
Yep.
fame with the little light in front of him attracts.
And it's mostly really a deep fish, but because there's no light under here, it feels like a cave because there's so much junk above. But anyway, then you get literally the next 10 pages back and forth, great chopped up storytelling. Back from Chaz is the main character, back from Chaz's life, what's going on, he's been shot, how is he coming out of it, what's going to happen. Shit is just really good. Where I thought 1 through 6 was good, I thought it was kind of fluffy, and I really wanted it to take a different direction. What they did with the second trade is the trick between the shitty season of Walking Dead and season 3, where they took it and then they were able to leave a whole bunch of time out, and then a bunch of cool stuff happens in between.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain it, and you just know it's there. So
And
I mean,
there's a straight 180. Yeah.
yeah, and it's simple as that. It's super cool. You have to pick it up. Great Pacific, Joe Harris. Please, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna let these guys shut down the show. And thanks, guys.
Alright. So anyways, you guys, we'll probably talk about more books that come up. We're way over the 30-minute mark. But again, we haven't seen each other in so long, so it's exciting.
Yeah, it's been a long
Get
time.
that
There's
energy
so many
back in the
fresh
room.
books right now
Right,
to be dealt with,
and
so
it's
we're kind of... Yeah.
It's a good time to be reading books and, you know, just kind of talking about them and stuff. So, as always, you guys appreciate your support.
You don't have any more to go over.
I do, but I thought we were just going to rock another, you know.
Well, let's grab one or two more of those. Let's get through a couple of them. Yeah.
What do I got
Tom's
here?
got a couple of family issues. He got a little baby crying up.
Little baby.
You might have heard him in the background. So Tom's got to
Baby
go
Tom.
take care of that.
Well, I'll talk about this one here. Fucking Alky Fly.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Alright.
That fly buzzing around. If you've never seen Once Upon a Time in the West, check it out. It's on Netflix.
Seriously,
The
like I
first 10
spilled beer
minutes,
and then
it's
the
worth
fly's
it.
like going psycho. Anyways, you guys, Uncanny Avengers, and this is issues 8 and 9, right? So when, like, you see this title, when I see this title, oh great, X-Men merge with the Avengers. I get it, cool,
Again,
whatever. But out of all the Marvel books right now, this one is actually probably the best concepts book out there. Like, all the
Yeah.
X-Men titles, I could give a shit less about right now compared to this. Apocalypse is now being depicted as the Apocalypse Twins. There's two. And they have 4 new Horsemen, 2 of which are members of the Dark Avengers. So Sentry and Wolverine's son Daken is back. So it's very interesting to see kind of the confrontation that occurs, and I can show you that. Banshee from the X-Men, the one that screams, is another one, because he was dead previously. So they brought back all these dead Marvel characters.
Is it the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse?
Yep. But they're just
someone might
assuming
get
the
after me.
roles.
But yeah, on the Apocalypse
Death
you get the 4
Family,
Horsemen.
yeah,
you get
exactly.
that's a biblical
Exactly.
and
I
plenty
just
of
wanted
other
to grab a
religions. You get a
shot
lot
of
of good
one of them.
apocalypse stories.
Unless there was another issue that I employed. Nope. So, you got the
There
whole
are,
team
yep.
there. So, you got Sentry, Doc, and Banshee, and then, Wonder Man's brother, the bad guy with the hook arm. I don't even know what his name is, but it's so stupid.
Reverse Wonder Man.
Yeah,
Might as
Reverse
well be.
Wonder Man. It's totally stupid, you guys. The staging for it was also kind of stupid, just because it's like, we're gonna pair up Daken versus Wolverine, and Wonder Man's brother is gonna go after Wonder Man, even though that dude's a pacifist and has no relevance in the story whatsoever. But those are your 4 horsemen. It
Of
ultimately
death.
right.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm excited about it just because I'm curious where they take the 2 characters, and even Banshee for that matter. I don't care about Wonder Man's brother. I got the Legion of Doom, Dark Reign 3-issue run. I still don't give a shit. I'll be honest with you. But it's a very mean story. I mean, people are dying. The Apocalypse Twins killed all of the followers just because they weren't fit to survive. They're like, we worship you. There's like thousands of people worshiping them. They just kill them all.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's definitely more relentless. There's this tension between Rogue and the Scarlet Witch, because Scarlet Witch said no more mutants a few years ago in the House of M event and got rid of mutants, and so there's this obviously it's kind of biased because she's technically a mutant too. You know,
Yeah,
and she
right.
hates her own people. So
it's
the
kinda,
M
it's kind
word,
of like Hitler.
it's the M word.
Not liking anyone that's not blonde hair and blue eyes. I mean,
Exact.
black hair and brown eyes.
Well, right. And, you know, it's just one of those things, like, the M word is very present in this one, so it's kind of interesting to see a more political stance on it. Mutants trying to make peace with the Avengers by working together with them. It's not going so hot, so they're still struggling as a team. But ultimately, it's probably the only book that really has my attention.
Yeah, and that's kind of funny there too, because you see a lot of, especially a lot of people that in the early years that were into the X-Men,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because the X-Men were an isolated and prejudiced group amongst human beings that were, they felt like they were, you know, they're just part of the human population, and it's
Yep.
just something that's something that this sounds like it's playing on. You know, there's the girl who's even a mutant
Yeah, it's
who
just
says
like,
no more mutants,
and then,
and what is there a genocide involved where they're trying to
She
eliminate
basically-
mutants? Basically,
she
That
caused an
kinda sounds-
alternate. Yeah, she caused this weird alternate event where a lot of people lost their powers, this, that, or the next thing. But it's only until recently that new mutants have been starting to pop up again. So it's rather abstract.
Sure.
It's kind of a tension point. So that it is what it is, but whatever. But it's funny too. With the mutant thing coming up here, that book is cool, but I don't mean to jump to the big screens, but that the Sentinel literature that's out there right now, Newsarama, etc., and the new movies, and maybe we should save it for the next episode. But like I said,
Tease it.
fucking
Yes.
A, that looks so cool. Like I know, have you seen the
Days
Trask
of Future
website?
Past is coming, and never has Fox been doing the X-Men movies really good since Bryan Singer left, but they've gotten really close with the last one with First Class. There was so many really good parts of it.
Right.
There's a lot of things brought it down.
Right.
We're going to be talking about Wolverine next week, and that's something that they, in my eyes, I don't want to say completely, but there's some good, really fucking good parts of that movie.
Yeah.
And I think with these new Sentinels, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, and I think it's smart how they're pushing the marketing now. Like, let's launch a Trask website, And I love that ad, like the family
Totally.
on the beach, and it zooms out, and then there's a sentinel scanning the ocean, like for your safety.
I'll try to post
But-
in a
but-
link for that, so people
Yep,
know.
so
what
Yep,
badass,
we'll
dude.
get there next week.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Check us
I'm
out
just
next
excited.
week.
I'm
We'll
sorry,
get
guys.
more into the Sentinels.
Yeah, we can't talk too much. And anyway, I mean, I thought you guys would already be done by the time I got back.
No, dude, we've
Yeah,
got
well,
another book.
we're dragging a little bit, and I'm gonna wrap up just a little bit by saying this is such a X-Men type book where the people that are being prejudiced against,
Yep.
the isolated classes, things like that, and it feels like it's so representative of that because the mutants, once again, as almost always in X-Men type books, Ultimate Avengers, it might as well be X-Men. It's always a big prejudice situation, where
Right,
the
that's true.
mutants,
Right.
the mutants must be put down. The mutants are our enemies,
Yeah.
whatever and what else.
Yeah.
And it just feels so true to life, where there's always a group that's prejudiced against,
Yeah.
and once we get over the prejudice on that group,
Yeah.
we just move on
Yeah.
and
Agreed.
find another person to put
And this
down.
has been going on forever in these books. The Secret
Yep.
Wars, there was that tension between the groups. The X-Men
For
were like,
sure.
we're going to split off and work with Magneto. Fuck you, Avengers.
God, look at John dropping Secret Wars
Yeah,
knowledge. I
yeah,
like that.
Yeah, man, that was a long read.
It is. It's super.
Not-
Well, it lasted. When it
It
came
was
out,
not
it
my
lasted a whole year.
favorite, I'll be honest with you.
Well, I mean, it came out in a
Yeah.
time where comics are way different. It
Yeah.
lasted a whole year. I read it as well.
I liked reading it for the interactions between the characters, but it was not easy.
That's a capital C.
No, it's just something.
For John
Yeah,
here.
but it's just something as you being a zombie have to really, because.
Putting in my stripes.
Yep, exactly, and that's why reading Thanos again is just really smart because
Yeah.
it just.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
very
if
excited
you
about
want to
that.
know something, you got to do it, and just like I think I've kind of been through that part where when I jumped into comics right away, I tried to hit like all the really main
Yeah.
titles, the ones that meant something or whatever.
Totally.
But anyway, yeah,
Yes.
let's bring it to you next week. So thank
Yeah,
you guys so
we're
much for
dragging
watching
here.
us again. We covered a lot in this episode. Hopefully you liked it. We'll be back again next week. InveterateMediaJunkies.com. We're coming at you every single week there. Facebook, Twitter, everywhere else. Please just hit us up, a comic book look. And thanks again for watching.
And we got a new
Yeah, what?
Oh yeah, rhymeswithgeek.com.
Rhymes with Geek.
So like after we're on IMJ and after we post it on YouTube, there's going to be this new site, Rhymes with Geek, that are going to help promote us. So
Yeah.
thank you, Rhymes with Geek, for letting us put our movies there. Our episodes there,
Yeah.
and then
video podcast, if you will.
exactly, and we'll probably hopefully get some cross germination and do some shows with the different
And
guys
it's
that
a
are
good
over there.
opportunity for you guys to check out other shows maybe that you haven't heard about either. Because I saw some names, I was like, I don't know you, but
Yeah,
I'll
we
check
didn't
you
know.
out.
Yeah, I feel like we're in such a group where we're in the
Yeah.
we're in like Phil group.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
The Phil group.
yeah, where Phil really does keep in contact with all the other
Yeah,
people,
Yeah.
and John has really kept in really good contact with Phil.
Yeah.
So we're in the Phil Fat Stack group
Yeah.
of.
I miss Mark and Chloe. I
Me
haven't fucking
too.
talked to
Mark
them
and
forever.
Chloe, we love
You
you
guys, call
It's been a
me.
while.
F.
But anyway, yes. So that's like our comic book community
Yeah.
through YouTube.
Yeah.
So I feel like I do the
And
IMJ
we're
thing,
just we're kind of expanding our group
John does
here with
the
Rhymes
everything.
with Geek.
and now we got Rhymes with Geek.
And so, I mean, even if you've already seen the episode, check it out on Rhymes with Geek because you're going to see a bunch of other videos underneath ours, above ours, radio podcasts, all kinds of things that you're really going to appreciate. Things that you will like. just because they're associated with our show. Rhymes with Geek. I mean, who's not going to check that?
Exactly.
website out
Rhymeswithgeek.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, you guys, we definitely appreciate the ongoing support, your patience. We have been on serious break and vacay this summer, but we'll be putting the work in for you again here coming up, earn our stripes, etc. So you guys, as always, I hope you have a wonderful summer. Pick up some comics. If you're looking for miscellaneous gifts, hit up your LCS, for your nerd spouse, friend, lover, whatever, mistress on the side. I don't care. But anyways, I hope that you guys have a wonderful, rest of the summer coming up. We're entering fall here. Keep in touch. Drop us a love note at comicbooklook@gmail.com. Shout out to our special guests today, Galactus, the bottle opener, the thirst. I have the great thirst, right? Instead of the great hunger, it's a great thirst. And seriously, you guys rock. You're the best viewers ever. Shall I?
You shall.
Keep it comics.
It's been a while.
IMJ Nation, IMJ Nation, IMJ Nation, IMJ Nation, IMJ Nation. #1 comic book show for fun. We stole our business model from Image's Eric Stevenson. What I lack in rhymes, I make up with knowledge. Talking to me's like going to comic book college. I was taught at Jean Grey School for higher learning. 4 years of the shit, I hit the streets earning. Now I'm burning demons next to Constantine. We're blazing like hell and I'm feeling inclined to call Zatanna up. Give her my mind. I say relax, fishnets. It's me, Devine.